Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to share my plan to sign a fully professional contract in 2021. So I started sharing parts of my journey in 2018, and since then, I've had the chance to go and play in Europe on 2 different occasions. Both times I was getting paid to play. I had small bits of professional experience, like playing in an OFB Cup game against an Austrian Bundesliga team, which was great. And it came with a lot of challenges and setbacks as well. But both times I was over there, it was a semi-professional setting, what would be considered a semi-pro team and a semi-pro league. And between those 2 opportunities, I've had so many setbacks and challenges that I've needed to go through. And even before I took my first trip abroad, it's just been a crazy journey. I've always had this dream of signing a professional contract and playing in a professional league. And in the last 2 years, I started telling myself this story that the things I went on to achieve and the experiences I've had and the levels I've played at, that's enough. With respect to where I came from, being someone who played House League at 13 and then got cut from the lowest level of competitive, going from there to what I achieved, I've done some pretty cool things, and I would tell myself that that is enough. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that is fulfilling the dream. I've thought about closing the door on this dream at least 100 times. Seriously closing the door. I was very close. And just to be content with what I've already went on to achieve. This is me against myself. This is me knowing that I have a greater capacity and there's still more out there to be achieved and to be explored. It's going to be a very difficult process. And the reason I'm making this video is because I'm making the commitment to not close the door anymore. And by making that commitment, it means I'm going to figure out this dream. It now becomes a matter of when and how. And that process, I would love to share with you, in hopes of inspiring the next generation of athletes that it doesn't matter where you start or what you have. What matters is where you want to get to and the work you're willing to put in to get there. Being 22, being in the second wave of a pandemic where leagues are suspended and nothing is really happening, it makes an already extremely difficult process even more difficult. Weirdly enough, that excites me. I could easily close the door right now and take on 5 different things and live a comfortable and easy life. But I'll be missing out on the opportunity to take on what will likely be the most difficult challenge that I get to face in my life. What will likely be the most difficult puzzle that I get to solve. I want to share that with you so you get some context as to why I'm doing this in case you want to follow along. I'll likely get some judgment, but nothing will ever come close to the regret of not going after something that is your dream, something that you've always wanted to do. With that being said, let's get into the plan. So I broke the year down into 3 different parts to get more clear around what opportunities could come up at certain times. The first window of opportunity is going to be the first 4 months of the year, and the chances of something happening during this window are probably the lowest just because we are currently in the second wave of a pandemic. There's lockdowns everywhere, travel restrictions. But with that being said, there's still a couple things on my mind. One opportunity is the CPL team in Ottawa. Now it seems like they're keeping most of their team from last season, but I'm gonna do what I can and see if I can get on the field and be looked at by the coaching staff, whether it be in the first 4 months ideally, or if not, later in the year. In April, there's a combine planned in Ottawa. I'm gonna talk about it more in future videos. But basically the best players from the combine get invited to go on pro trials. So that's something else that's on my mind. The first 4 months will be mainly pursuing local opportunities in and around Ottawa because of the pandemic, but also because I'm finishing school this year, which I'll discuss in a future video. But it requires some in-person attendance in the first semester. I'm not too worried about it because I had a call with an agent in Germany earlier today, and he was talking about how some or most of the mid to lower leagues in Europe are likely not going to finish the second half of the season, And so those opportunities will mainly come about in the summer transfer window or near that time frame. The next window of opportunity from May to August is going to be huge because this is when the pandemic will likely become better, vaccines will roll out, there's going to be more certainty in the world of football, and clubs will actually give out more trials to players and their financial situations will be better. So as of now, I currently actually have some open trials in Germany, in the lower to mid leagues, in Leipzig, in Cologne. So there's things happening that are already set up for me and I'm welcome to go and trial. However, as we get closer to the summer transfer window and that time frame, I'm going to create more opportunities and some better opportunities will likely come about. Those opportunities I'm going to share as they progress. And those 4 months, there's a lot that could happen. Germany, Austria, France, all these different countries in Europe become a possibility. So those 4 months are going to be huge from May until August because there's going to be so much more opportunity. I'm feeling really good about that time frame. And I think we're going to make something happen by the end of August. And if nothing happens by then, the last 4 months of the year are going to be a scramble. I'm going to need to chase after whatever I can chase after, whether it be North America, trialing with a team in hopes of signing for the upcoming season, or finding a team in Europe who still wants to finalize their project for the season. I'm going to need to figure something out. But as the year goes on, we'll kind of see what happens with the journey. Now, in terms of preparation, it's going to be a matter of maximizing my technical, my physical part of the game, and my mindset. Tactical is going to be very difficult to work on by myself, but those 3 areas are going to be the main ones that I'm going to be looking to maximize. It's something I'm currently working on every single day to improve and get better at, and it's something you'll get to see in future videos. So that's a breakdown of what's on my mind right now and the opportunities I'm going to chase after this year. I'm super excited for this process. If you're still watching, I really appreciate you. If you have any ideas, by the way, comment them. I would love to hear, or if you just want to show some support. So much love for you. Let's go out there and let's make this a great year. Let's give it our all. And I wish you an amazing 2021.